9:37, everybody. You know, nearly 14 years ago, she sang her way right to the top.
Boy, did she. And this phenomenal performer.
Arizona may be her birthplace, but New Jersey is where Jordin Sparks spent her formative years while her father played football for the New York Giants. And in 2007, her musical talent was seen and heard by millions as she unleashed her talent on season 6 of American Idol. Only 17 years old at the time, Jordin became the youngest winner of the wildly popular competition series. Her career ignited with a string of top 5 hits and platinum-selling debut album. As an actress, she's taken the Broadway stage in Waitress and In the Heights. On the big screen, she starred in the film Sparkle. The singer-songwriter continues to release new music, including a recent Christmas album. Sparks also lends her name to several charitable causes.
Oh, yes, this phenomenal performer joins us now live today to talk about a project that means a whole lot to her and her family. So please help us welcome singer, songwriter, actress Jordin Sparks.
Yes, good morning.
So good to see you. Okay, so Jordin,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
September is National Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and you are helping bring attention to this cause. Tell us why it's so important to you specifically.
Yes, well, my family lost my stepsister Brianna a couple years ago, and she was 16 years old, and you know, she should have been thinking about boys and fashion and makeup. She was so into fashion and makeup. She wanted to be a model, and I feel like being able to sit here, I can carry on her legacy. She was such a warrior. She fought so hard, but it was really hard to watch her. Sometimes she would be in the hospital for like 3 weeks out of the month, and you would never know when a crisis would hit. And so it's an amazing opportunity for me to sit here and shed a light on sickle cell, which not a lot of people talk about, and there's not a lot of support for it. So I'm really grateful for companies like Aflac to be able to shed that light and to be like, okay, this is the support that we're going to give. Where can we help? And so for me, it's very important to be able to partner with companies and people who care like that, because we need that.
Yes.
We need a lot more of that. We need more people that care.
There certainly is ups and downs when it comes to sickle cell, right? You know, a PIX 11 family member of ours has been coping with sickle cell. So our station participates in events to help spread awareness. You know, her name is Nicole Johnson. She has an adorable son, Parker, who takes place annually in the sickle cell walk. So, you know, I've been at that walk, and I've heard so many people say, look, we just want this brought to the spotlight so people know and understand what's going on and how to get involved. So what exactly are you doing with Aflac?
So for me, my lovely little friend right here, this is the My Special Aflac Duck. And the amazing thing about Aflac is they have donated over $154 million over 26 years. So it's not like they just started supporting this cause, but they've donated over $154 million to the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorder Center, which is based in Atlanta. And they actually treat the most patients with sickle cell as kids in the country there at that space. And to be able to partner with them with this My Special Aflac Duck is amazing, because it'll bring so much joy to the kids. You know, you imagine a child with sickle cell having a crisis or being stuck in the hospital for longer than they want to be, and different things like that. And this duck is super cool. I saw my son play with it. He loved it. But there are so many things. It's very comforting. I've been sitting here with it on my lap, and I love it. But to bring the joy and comfort on to the kids is really all that I can ask for. But it's amazing because it helps them understand their feelings. It helps them express themselves even if they can't. And starting in 2022, there's going to be a My Special Aflac Duck specifically for children with sickle cell. As of right now, it's designed for kids with cancer. There's little pieces for kids with cancer, little features. And
it's gonna be tailored.
As of this year, since 2018, they've given away 12,000 of these for free.
That's fantastic.
To kids to be able to use. Yeah,
so
and so
Jordin,
we're
let me
hoping
ask
that
you,
number will just explode.
I want to get into a little more with your stepsister and what you saw specifically, because we do talk about sickle cell, but people just hear the word. They don't really understand what the children are going through on their end. You mentioned it as a crisis, but dive into that a little bit more. Help us understand what these children are truly going through.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't have it, so I could never fully explain to you what the pain feels like.
What did you see?
But with Well, with sickle cell disease, it is a blood disorder, so it helps stop the flow of like the oxygen and the actual cells are sickle-shaped. So at any moment there can be a flare-up, and it can be in different places in the body. And the unfortunate thing is a patient with sickle cell can walk into a hospital and be like, I'm having a crisis right now, and they can't see it. The person on the other side can't see it. It doesn't pop up on the skin or anything. It's internal. So they're constantly having to deal with not only the pain that they go through, but then the stigma that they might be faking it, or that it doesn't hurt as badly as they're saying. So to see her, it was really hard to see how debilitating it was for her, because one day she would be, you know, out walking around and having a good time, and the next day she would be in the hospital, and then we wouldn't know when she would be able to come out of the hospital. And so to see kids having to deal with stuff like that, you know, they should be focusing on school and having fun with their friends and being able to play sports and exploring their passions, and not having to worry that at any moment something could stop them in their tracks. So it's definitely one of those things that it plays a big part in pain. It's a lot of pain management and dealing with things like that, but it also affects the family, since not a lot of people talk about it, and not a lot of people know about sickle cell and don't really know how to have that conversation. Even the family members can feel isolated, that they don't know who they can talk to share the experience. So it's amazing to be able to sit here and talk about this with you guys. So I'm hoping that somebody across this, or somebody who's watching this, can know that they don't feel alone. So if you guys want more information, you can go to aflac.com/sickle cell, and there's webinars you can join. There's more information about everything, and you know, if you want to help, there's also information there as to where you can go.
Well, thank you, Jordin, for bringing your celebrity to this really important cause, and I think it's so important that you mentioned it's not something that you can see. It's something that they're dealing with on the inside, and that crisis is a crisis of pain.
Our colleague, her son, he wrote a whole book called The Sickler, where he turned it around, made the sickler a hero. It's an amazing, amazing book. You know, he just kind of took that around, and he's like,
I just got goosebumps.
I know, right?
It's really
We'll try to get you a copy of it, right? We'll try to get you a copy. Jordin, thank you so much for being here.
Please, I would love that.
Good to see you.
Thank you
care.
for having me, you guys.
Absolutely.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, it's 9:44. You know, we're going to have much more about sickle cell disease and the Aflac robot campaign on our website as well, pix11.com. But it's an incredible. If you've never met Parker Johnson, by the way, Nicole Johnson's son,
he's his own little superhero,
he's really
right?
Amazing, yeah.
He really is a trooper. And I thought it was really important too that she mentioned, you know, these children go into the hospital, you cannot see what's happening to them, and some question whether they're faking it or not. That's going to be awful as a child when you're in pain. So the stars hitting the red carpet for fashion's big